I've said it once, I'll say it 100 times, guys. I would rather lose 14-1 than 2-1. And that was the case again on Friday as the fourth ever 20-dime play of my career in baseball came up in the losing end. I had the Reds on the run line, minus $1.30 at home against the Miami Marlins. And of course, the Marlins won the damn game outright 2-1. And that's about the only positive news I can take from Friday. So now we move to Saturday's action, which you know. Are you ready? Each and every Saturday for the past 3 years, I've given you a money-saving discount coupon code that can save you potentially hundreds of dollars off your total purchase price, and today is no different. Today, guys, that coupon code is 25%. That's 25%, no space between the number and the name. 25%. That'll save you 25% off your total purchase price. Now, this is a mix-and-match coupon, which means you can use it for any combination of any handicapper's picks and or packages. The only thing that you have to be aware of, it's a single-use coupon, which means you've got to put everything in your shopping cart at one time and then use that coupon to take 25% off your total purchase price. Thus, you were following, right? Thus, that means if you want to go ahead and get the big play from Trace Adams, right? And you want to get the big play from Craig Davis today, for example, that I'm going to tell you about in just a moment. You got to put it in your shopping cart at the same time and then apply the coupon code, okay? You can't come in and buy one and then 2 hours later. It doesn't work that way. Also, if you happen to be in a long-term package with one of the handicappers, let's say Jeff Benton, who's only made $10 bettors over 15 grand since April, and let's say you have 10 days left in that package and you want to extend it by buying a new 30-day package, well, you can do so. You can take the 25% discount as well, and if you have any instant rebates that are applicable, they will work too. And then instead of having 10 days or 12 days left, you'd have 40 days or 42 days left. It's just another 30 days, 60 days, 100 days, whatever added to the end of your account. Again, I do this every single Saturday because 80 to 85% of you out there are on long-term packages with one or more handicappers, and this allows you to maximize your discount. So again, that coupon code is 25%. Half-price play of the day. Well, I ruined the streak yesterday. It had won 5 out of 6 days before I screwed it up yesterday, but it still won 5 out of 7. And today, turning to Trace Adams, who normally a 1,000-star play is his top-rated selection. And you know how successful he's been with those Raise the Bar 1,500-star releases in all sports over the years. Well, today, his biggest play of the season, one and only 2,000-star double your wager interleague game of the year, part number 2 on the Royals and Giants. Twice as strong as his normal top-rated 1,000-star play. Now, you just got his 2,000-star W wager interleague game of the year part number 1 with the Royals crushing Arizona on Thursday night for $19. And way back on July 5th, you got his 2,000-star W wager NL Game of the Year winner with the Giants over San Diego for $44. Today, half-price play of the day from a guy who has made $1 bettors $29,775 in baseball since last season, and all bettors in all sports, $15,775 since the beginning of May, and that coupon code is half. Today, not one, but 2 big board discount plays for $19. First, Craig Davis, again with his biggest play of the baseball season, a 100-dime release, his Run Line Massacre of the Year, part number 2. You got number 1 last Friday, not yesterday, but 2 Fridays ago, for $19. White Sox over the Twins. Today, a play just as strong and the same $19 price, and it's the same 100-dimer as the winners he had in that little basketball tournament they have in the beginning of April when he had UConn out right over Kentucky and Florida in the dance. And you get it for $19 by using coupon code Craig19, Craig19. Number 2 is Matt Rivers, preseason kickoff dog of the year. Now, you just got his preseason opening game of the year, which he won for the 9th time in 12 seasons with the Redskins, crushing the Patriots on Thursday night. You got that as the half-price play of the day. Today, you get it for even better, just $19 by using the coupon code Rivers19, Rivers19. So, those are the plays that are available. I tell you the good, I got to tell you the bad. Other than myself, Scott Delaney yesterday had a big 100-dime play, and he was a loser on the Philadelphia Phillies, who fell down early to the Mets and, of course, tried to make a late rally but could not get the job done. Listen, your first complimentary play tonight is going to be in baseball, where I'm going to go with the Oakland A's on the run line at -115 at home. Jeff Samardzija going for the A's. They have won 5 of his 6 starts since he was acquired from the Cubs, including all 4 of his home outings. Trevor May, a longtime veteran, well, yeah, he's 24 years old, but it's taken him a long time to ascend to the major leagues. He's been in the minors here for a while. 2.93 earned run average in 17 interleague starts at Rochester for the Twinkies. But I'm still going to go with the A's here, even though they certainly have had problems scoring runs. They have taken the first 2 games of the series, 6-5 last night and 3-0 behind the shutout pitching of John Lester on Thursday evening. And listen, the 6 runs they scored yesterday, that snapped a streak of 5 games where they had scored 3 or less runs. Matter of fact, it's only the second time they've scored more than 3 runs in their last 9 games. But here's the thing. The A's have a great record at home. They've won 11 straight in this series against Minnesota. They've won 8 in a row at the Coliseum against the Twinkies. And I'm going to go with Oakland on the run line -115. Now, let's talk a little preseason football action. A couple of notes I'll pass on to you from some of the games as I handicap them all anyway. Giants and Steelers. I think this is an interesting game because, listen, even though your starters don't play much in the first preseason game, there is certainly an inherent advantage when you are playing your second preseason game against a team making its debut, and that's what you have every single week. The first week of the full preseason schedule with the Hall of Fame game participants. And that's what the Giants find themselves in. Of course, the Giants rallied in the fourth quarter to beat the Bills last Saturday in the Hall of Fame game. Today, they're 2.5-point favorite at home against Pittsburgh. And although it would be easy to jump on the Giants bandwagon, I'm a little concerned here because Mike Tomlin, the Pittsburgh coach, says he wants to see his team play with a sense of urgency, and for good reason, because last year the Steelers, of course, lost all 4 preseason games, lost their first 4 regular seasons games, en route to a miserable 8-8 campaign. Again, you're going to have teams that are playing their starters, probably a series or 2, which equates anywhere from, could be from 10 to 15 snaps, and that's it. And it really comes back out to the backup quarterbacks' performances. I lean a little toward the Giants here, but, with the Steelers wanting to come out and kind of change things around and try to avoid that horrible start from a year ago, who knows? They might actually care about playing this game. They might actually care for getting the win. So just a little caution, a little word of warning in regards to that particular game. As far as the Detroit-Cleveland game, I can't even venture an opinion with the Johnny football hysteria there. I mean, yeah, Hoyer's going to start for the Browns and Manziel's going to come in. So God knows what's going to happen in that particular contest. Instead, let's take a look at the Green Bay game against Tennessee. Of course, Tennessee, you got Ken Whisenhunt making his debut as tight ends head coach. You got Jake Locker, who, remember, was hurt early last season, had a great exhibition campaign last August. Started the season pretty strong, got hurt, so he's going to see his first real game action in quite a bit. And he's going to be followed on the field by Charlie Whitehurst, who I don't think he's thrown a regular season pass in like 3 years. But, he's been a pretty good preseason quarterback in the past, and Zach Mettenberger, who used to play for LSU. The Packers are going with, Aaron Rodgers very briefly, and then you got Matt Flynn and Scott Tolzien. So I lean a little towards the Packers in that particular game because I like the quarterback rotation and the veteran aspect of it more here, and they're getting 2 points in this game. So I like Green Bay, but your official free pick in the NFL, of which I'm 2-0 so far this season, I'm going to go with the Houston Texans. Listen, the Texans, of course, Bill O'Brien leaving Penn State, taking over the Texans. This is another one of those cases which is just like I gave you Washington as a free pick on Thursday night, telling you that, I like to look sometimes at teams that have new head coaches. Well, I'm not doing that in Ken Whisenhunt in the Titans case, but I would go ahead and do that tonight with the Texans and Bill O'Brien. Listen, O'Brien is not playing the game, but who is playing the game is going to be the quarterbacks. And I like their quarterback rotation a little more in this contest than I do Detroit's. Of course, Stafford is going to hardly play. Drew Stanton's going to play them. For Arizona. Carson Palmer is probably going to see one series, and then Drew Stanton's probably going to complete the first half, and then the Cardinals are going to give way to Logan Thomas out of Virginia Tech in the second half. He's hoping to compete with Ryan Lindley for the number 3 spot on the team to back up the other guys. And, Thomas was inconsistent would be a fair word to say in his college career. I mean, you look at him, he's a physical specimen. He seemingly has all the tools, but he never really put it together, whether it was the system or the fact that he's just not that talented. Who knows? But I would rather ride the Houston Texans in this game. Listen, Ryan Fitzpatrick right now looks like he's going to be the starter. Case Keenum, who started a lot of the games last year after Matt Schaub was benched, he has struggled in the camp. But this is a guy who's had success both last year in preseason when he almost beat Schaub out for the starting job, and of course at times last year in regular season play. Then they're going to go with Tom Savage, who bounced around in his college career. What was it? Started at Rutgers, went to Arizona, I think, and didn't even play, and then, of course, transferred again and was really a mover on the draft board. A lot of teams had him highly rated. He's going to see extensive action here tonight. Again, I just like the Houston backup situation more here tonight. So I'm going to grab the 2 points with the Texans. I think they're going to win the game outright. So the Texans and the Oakland A's are your 2 free picks. Good luck to you guys, and I will catch you again on Sunday morning.